Hi everybody, and welcome to my channel, Oracle of the Crows, Hypnocrow. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you to each and every one of you guys, whether you are a new subscriber or a returning subscriber from my other channel. I am very grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the support that you continue to give me, okay? So this video is for the star sign of Libra. It is a timeless video, so when you come across it and you watch it will be the exact time that you need to. It doesn't even matter if you are a Libra. You're going to be guided here by your spirit team to watch for a particular reason. So whether you are intuitively guided or a Libra, this video is meant for you when you find it. It is a timeless reading, but it is also a past life reading. You have an option between door number 1 and door number 2 to go through to examine that life and see how it pertains to the current life that you are living. Alright, so before we get started with the reading, we, as in you and I, are going to take 3 big deep breaths in for 3 seconds, hold for 3 seconds, and then exhale for 3 seconds. So let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead, close your eyes. Start relaxing your mind, your shoulders. Keep your focus on your breathing. Take your first big deep breath in. And as you exhale through your mouth, still relaxing that mind and your shoulders. Now, take another big deep breath in. With your eyes still closed, visualizing the 2 doors in front of you. Both are closed, but only one door is unlocked. Now calling in the spirit guide of the viewer or Libra to walk with them through the door that you are guiding them. Walk with them through this door that they are meant to walk through. And as you exhale, you are allowing this guide to present itself beside you. You will feel a energy vibrational change, maybe even hear or feel a humming vibration. This is a sign that your spirit guide is with you. And while you're exhaling and releasing, relaxing your mind even more, you see you and your spirit guide reaching for the handle of this door. Take another deep breath, even deeper than before. And as you exhale, you're opening your mind. And seeing yourself opening up that door. And your God walking with you through to see what you're meant to do, to find out the messages that you're meant to know. You may now open your eyes and listen to your intuition and pick door number 1 or door number 2. You may open that door now. Alrighty, for those of you who are walking through door number 1, chose door number 1, well, let's open up the door to this past life and see the self that wants to come through, or the self that you are needing. Let's open up the door to this past life, door number 1, for Libra or intuitive viewer. Okay, well, okay. So we got 3 of them here. We got trees. So you, in this life, you can have a very strong love towards trees, or like I feel like for some of you, you could communicate with them. You can understand their vibration. You have a very deep connection to nature, to trees specifically. Like if you would walk up and hug a tree, it is so refreshing for you. Okay, baby. And angels. So we're going to pull one off the bottom because those 3 fell out. Persecuted and Inquisition. Okay, so for some of you, I feel like you used nature, trees, like say bark from trees. You knew what trees were good for, what you needed to do with them. You knew all about nature, all about trees. You knew what was good for you, what wasn't good for you, what was poisonous. You knew all about it. And I feel like there was this energy of you were persecuted for this wisdom and this knowledge. I feel like for some of you Libras, you could have went off to war. And for some of you, you could have been abandoned as a baby due to perhaps your parents going off to war, or your father and mother going off to war. So this is you coming through as a baby. So I feel like in this past life, you could have been an earth angel. And at this time, you were sent down to earth to be some sort of environmentalist, something as in save the trees, or and maybe you had a horticulture wisdom within you that could only have come from the divine. But there is this energy of being persecuted, right? Being persecuted with love. Like I feel like as a baby, I feel like you really didn't have much love from either parent, is what I feel. However, I do feel that there was one of your parents that went off to war, and they would write letters back to the other person. They were love letters, telling them how much they loved them, how much they missed them. But this person really felt, when it comes to love, that they were persecuted. Why? Because they had a baby that they had to take care of, and they was probably not sure if they were going to have enough money to take care of them. So they were in the middle of this being a single parent persecution kind of situation. I feel the other parent, though, I feel definitely was imprisoned off in the war, like a prisoner of war. I feel like the other person wrote a lot of love letters, but really never got to send them because they was imprisoned. And now there's a phobia because of it. I feel like the one who was in prison probably died in prison. So I just feel like this is your infant self coming through. This could have even been the past life self who had this baby, that had this little baby. Or perhaps this little baby had passed over and went back over to the spirit realm because of having health conditions, because of where the baby was born. So for some of you, if that's the case, if you had a baby who did pass away in this past life, you buried the baby's remains near a tree somewhere, in memory of this baby. So yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like for somebody, while you were in jail, I feel like you were pregnant. And I feel like because of the conditions of where you were imprisoned at, the baby had health issues. Because you did not have the best care when it comes to giving birth. To me, in this picture here, it looks like you're pregnant. Like maybe 5-6 months along. And you may have this phobia about maybe having a baby in this life because of this. I feel like this baby died of like sudden infant syndrome. But I feel like the reason why the baby passed away is because of the conditions, for one, like I said, where the baby was born. But for two, I feel like the timing just wasn't quite right for you. So therefore, in this life, you could be carrying that phobia. Maybe you've already miscarried a lot in this life, and you are carrying around this phobia. Am I ever going to have this baby that I so desire? I would say, yeah, and that's probably why it's being brought through. I feel like they want you to have faith. Yeah, I feel like they want you to have faith. Right? Have faith. For some of you, you may have a baby in a karmic relationship right here. You may have a baby in a karmic relationship in this life. Just to have a baby, because that's how bad you want one, is what I feel. Alright? And you may be you may be feeling the phobia because of this life, because you may have had a baby in this past life where it was a karmic relationship and the partner went to jail. And the other person could have been persecuted. You both could have been persecuted for having a connection to art, such as using the plants and what we would today call weeds as medicine to heal. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep going. So we're going to open up your Akashic records to this life with these Akashic tarot cards. For Libra or the viewer, I chose door number 1 into this past life. So we always pull one off the bottom, and that's usually the card that connects this past life to the current life. I've been seeing the same pattern with all of the readings, how the underlining card, the bottom card, connects this life and the life you're in now. Like the reason why perhaps you're viewing it. So keep that in mind. Okay. Libra or the viewer pertaining to this past life that's coming through. Okay, 5 of Keys, wishes fulfilled is the underlining energy here. So Keys is talking about success, wealth, value. So I feel like in this case, with it in the upright position, I feel like what connects this past life and the life that you're living now has a lot to do with how you receive your abundance. We'll get more into that as I start to pull some more cards here. So the light of the world. So I feel like in this past life there was something positive knocking at your door, but your focus was elsewhere, and what you did was you ignored that call, that knock. Loving element. See, there's the baby. Archangel Gabriel. So you're connected to Archangel Gabriel. And add some. So mediumship abilities. I feel for some of you, you could be some sort of a medium, a channeler of some sort. You was in this past life, and this is why you were persecuted, because you had this ability. You had a direct connection to Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel is known as the messenger. So when you connect to the angels clairaudiently or claircognitively, this is the angel that usually is involved in the messages. Okay, so here we are. You know, Keys. This card here, Keys, talks about success, value, wealth. It would be equivalent to Pentacles. This is a major arcana. Roses represents our emotions, our family, our friends, the relationships that we have with people, and the emotions involved in it. Whether, like I said, they're friends, they're family, or it's romantic. That would be equivalent to Cups. The major arcana, of course, is the angel. Major arcana here. Add some, okay, and then you got Keys. So you got success, value, and wealth. And then we have emotions. But if you look on this card, remember up here the baby card. Here's that baby right here. So I feel like for those of you that this message is resonating with, I feel like as a child, as a baby, you were more open to the spirit world than the adults were. And I feel like you were very intuitive, very gifted, mediumship ability, perhaps even born in the spring or the summer months here. And I feel like you were connected to Archangel Gabriel here, 3 and a 3. I feel like you were divinely connected to this angel, and I feel like you were able to hear them and see things and all of that, like I said, at a very early age, such as a baby seeing the angels. Being out in the elements, see the trees in the background, especially when you connect to the elements, earth, air, fire, and water. And I feel like at perhaps I will say around the age of 10, you felt this certain pull, this certain call at a soul level. But I feel like due to age and other things happening, you ignored the call. You did not focus on your gifts, okay? And then over here, it talks about add some. Add some talks about being in the present moment. It's about always being in the present moment. And this is something that I feel like you were mastering in this life coming back here. You were mastering this in your life. And if you look at all the angels and everything around you. Let me pull this card up. See how close that angel is whispering in your ear? That's Archangel Gabriel whispering in your ear. So, and it's number 22, which is a master number, but it's coming in reverse. It's about finding a way to go within yourself and bring yourself to the present moment. And being able to focus your thoughts on what you hear, on like just certain ideas that perhaps pop in your head. This is about saying, add some, I am here. So altogether, you do have a 22, which is a master number, a 3 and a 3, which is a 6, which is also a master number, and then a 10 and a 5. So you have two 3s, or if you want to go double 6 and a 22. So 66 and 22 is an 88. So basically, you have mastered a lot of things in this lifetime here. And I feel like one of the most important things that you mastered in this lifetime was your gifts and your talents. Being able to see the fairies, being able to see the elementals, being able to tap into all of the elements, earth, air, fire, and water. Trusting what you hear clairaudiently, remaining in the present moment, because you are clairaudient and clairvoyant and claircognizant. And understanding when your soul knocks on the door of your heart, there is a reason for it. The light of the world. You were here to enlighten the world, be the light of the world. But I feel like in this life, due to imprisonment and feeling persecuted, you never answered the door because you felt like if you come out with this gift, that you would not survive. Like, you would not get your abundance. You would be challenged. There would always be an obstacle involved with this. Like the wealth. You would never be able to experience wealth. Never be able to experience success. So what you did is you shut down this gift. Well, that's because you had a phobia of being persecuted. You were born as a baby with these gifts. You still have them within you, even through this lifetime, into the lifetime that you are currently living. And I feel like this is at least 3 to 5 lifetimes ago that this is happening. So what you did was you missed your calling. You missed your calling right here. Alright, so now we're going to move into, for you Libra, a blunt message from this self here that's coming through that you need to know in the present now. That's really important for you to know. A blunt message from this self that in the past life that is important to you right now. A blunt message from this past life self that is important to you right now. A blunt message from this past life self that's important to you right now. a blunt message from this past life self that's important to you, that you need to know right now, that's important to you right now. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards. Exactly. Exactly. Them thoughts can be persecuting. They could be sneaky, lying little bastards. And it can also take your focus away from what is really important in your life, such as, actually, they can put obstacles in the way and block your success, is something that I'm feeling here. Alright, so a blunt message from this past life self that is important to the viewer right now. An important message from this past life self. It is, the viewer needs to know right now. That's very important for them to know right now. To step into my glorious future with determination and power. Right? Power. Believe. Stay determined. Step into your power. And don't believe everything that your thoughts tell you. Because your thoughts can lie to you. Your thoughts can hold you back from reaching for the stars. So your past life is telling you to step into this glorious future. Stay determined to stand in your power. And don't believe the thoughts that you have about yourself, right? As you move forward, don't believe them. Because them thoughts are persecuting you. That's why it's really important for you to stay in the present moment and tell them, add some I am here, and ask them for help. Ask them for help. They will come through and help you. Alright, so this is a final blunt message from this past life self that is important to the viewer in this moment. It's important right to them right now. A past life blunt message from the self in that life that is important to the viewer right now. Something they need to know that's important to them right now. A blunt message. Makes perfect sense. Be gentle with yourself. Right? Be gentle with yourself. Don't believe every little shitty thought you have. Right? They are sneaking, lying little bastards. Take your foot off the gas. And don't push yourself so hard. If you need a rest, then take a break. The world won't fall apart if you nap. Renew, dear one. You are a treasure. Be gentle with yourself, right? So, take your foot off the gas. Don't push yourself so hard, but stay determined to trust when you need to take a break from the situation or when you need to push forward and take action. So what you need to know in the present moment from this past life self is, don't believe every sneaky thought that you have. Be gentle with yourself, but stay determined to stand in your power and trust the vibration of when you need to move forward and when you need to take a break. That's their message about how to step into the future. For some of you, you could have a Sagittarius in your chart. But you still have Archangel Gabriel around you, guiding you. He's still around you. He's still guiding you to help you raise your vibration by valuing where you put your time, where you put your energy. Okay? So don't allow your thoughts to keep persecuting you in this life. Remain in the present moment and ask for help. Ask them to help you. Call them in. Add some. I am here. I need your help. They will come. Trust me, they will come. And they will help give you the strength to keep persevering. Even when you think you can't. Alright, so that is a blunt message that you need to know. So the next series is, these are future energies. So this is where you're at in your journey. This is the place where you're at on your journey in this life. This is where you're at on your journey in this life that you're living right now. This is where you're at in this life that you are currently watching this video in. This is where you're at on your journey in this life. For Libra or the viewer. Come together. Come together. So there's a stork up there. We're talking about a baby. So where you're at on your journey is you could be coming together with the perfect partner and perhaps getting pregnant for some of you. Remember how I said the double 8 energy? Look, we got another 8 coming through. So where are you at coming into this reading is you are coming together with another person, perhaps finding out you're pregnant or trying to get pregnant. And I feel like you are at a point in your life where you're just taking a break from perhaps trying to get pregnant and wanting to just start enjoying life a little bit before you start creating the future. And just when you take your foot off the gas of trying so hard, boom, you find out you are. I feel like this is a surprise pregnancy for somebody, but that's okay because it is meant to happen. It is being divinely guided here. And Ghostland. So another 8, 17. So you got double 8s coming through, just like you did in the past life. Coming through. So I feel like this is definitely, right off the bat, I definitely feel like this is a past life child. For some of you. This is not what I'm feeling intuitively. This doesn't even have anything to do with what the book's going to tell you. This is just what I feel intuitively. I feel like this could be somebody from a past life that you are meeting back up with. This could be somebody that is definitely a divine counterpart. Maybe somebody that you crossed paths with years and years ago, and now you're crossing paths again. Love needs to be shared. So when this card comes, it assures you that love has come calling and seeks a partner in its dance. And that is exactly what is happening. You two are like magnets, and you two are attracting to one another. And that's because in this past life, it was a karmic relationship. Somebody was in prison, somebody went to jail, somebody was persecuted, the other one had to take care of the baby, didn't perhaps have enough funds to take care of the baby, and it caused a lot of health issues. There wasn't enough funds for both of them, enough abundance to feed both of them, even perhaps. So in this life, from this karmic relationship in this past life, you guys are coming back together. Remember, sharing that 8-8 energy, you guys are coming back together in this current life. And when you do, you're going to have a baby. But first, it's going to be, at first it's going to be, you're going to be trying, and then I feel like you're just like, maybe I'm not meant to have a baby, da 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 da. And when you stop thinking like that, or when you stop trying so hard, and then boom, here it comes. I'm still sticking to that original message. Alright, so beautiful. That's because in this past life, it was a karmic relationship. You guys didn't get to finish your, or maybe you finished it, but at this time it was just karmic. So Ghostlands, you can learn from the past and imagine a beautiful future, but you must live in the here and now. And that goes back to the ADSM, I am here. So it's about learning how to live in the present moment. If these two were I feel like these two are like very much connected. This is the past life energy. This is where you are right here. It's about connecting to the here and now, remaining in the present moment. So this is something that you are carrying with you from the past, that you need to learn, that you need to master in this life. And when you do, it'll help you to connect with this other person better, or even with your intuition. So it's a sign that you are wandering in an emotional, intellectual place with no real substance. There is no point longing for that which has already gone or hasn't happened yet. And that's exactly what I mean. You are longing for this connection, right? You are. But it's not time yet. But when the time is right, you two will cross paths. So there's no use running forward to the future when there is no, that hasn't happened yet. So you need to create so take one day at a time. Each day is a new beginning filled with truth and beauty. So stay away from the ghost lands of the past and future. Avoid nostalgia and longing for something better. Find joy in what is present in your life today. And that will help you to call in the perfect partner and attract to you what's meant for you. Okay? So that is what I feel. When you live one day at a time and see each day as beautiful and find joy in the present moment, that's what will attract this perfect partner. Right? So take your foot off the gas. Take your foot off the gas. Try to create a future that is not here yet. Stop focusing on what will be. Instead, start focusing on what I have right now. Be gentle with yourself. Don't allow your thoughts to sneak in and deter you. Stay determined. Right? Stay determined to stand in your power. In your power of the present moment. Alright, so that is where you're at in this life on your journey. So let's go ahead and pull, this is the Archangel Tarot, a little bit of a look-see into this journey, into this life. For Libra or viewer. Three of Gabriel. So I feel like that goes back to the Five of Keys in this past life of wishing to have a steady flow of everything you need coming towards you, like I said, at a steady flow. And I feel like the underlying energy in this life is connected to that. Look, 3 plus 5 is a what? Another 8. So you have a strong number 8 in your life. I feel like you see 8s everywhere, but I feel like you have it like 2 to 3 digits, like in your phone number, in your social security number, in your address, perhaps your childhood address, maybe your current address, your work address, your license plate, anything that has to do with numbers. You have strong 8s in them, is what I see here. And I feel like it's because they are significant to you. So whoever's watching this, you need to look up and see what the number 8 means to you. So in the 3 of Gabriel, this is somebody who is waiting for things to come their way, waiting for their abundance, waiting for their wishes. And I feel like they are, while they're waiting, I feel like they are making plans. And here you are going back to the coming together, and I feel like this is what you're waiting for right here. That's why you're negotiating in reverse. You're waiting for your perfect person to come along, is what I feel. And that's where you're all messed up, because you are trying to control the future, and Spirit is telling you you need to remain in the present moment and trust what's meant for you will find its way. So again, take your foot off the gas, because what you're doing is you are choking out what's meant for you. Ace of Michael. So there's the Truth and Awareness card. Page of Gabriel. 9 of Raphael. So it's about feeling worthy. And I feel like this worthiness comes from your inner child. King of Michael. So there you are, Libra, coming through as the King of Michael. So the King of Michael is somebody who's very ambitious, but at the same time, you're very wise, and I feel like you're very honest and very open, but at the same time, I feel like there's no emotion involved in it. I feel like you're very blunt and very truthful and very honest, but there's no emotion to it, and I feel like it has a lot to do with your inner child. Your inner child, I feel is, and I feel like it is about that child, that baby. Remember I said here, somebody is really longing to have this baby. There's a major longing to have this baby, but they know that they can't do it by themselves. So, and I feel like it's causing somebody to like it's how you think about the situation, how you're viewing the situation, and that's because you are, again, thinking too far ahead. So it's definitely, the truth is you really need to learn how to stay in the present moment. You need to learn how to trust in the divine. There are some things that need to be cut away before this can happen. I feel like it's not going to happen at the first shot. I feel like it's going to take a couple of times for when you do meet this person. But I feel like the perfect person will come along the way when the time is right. So until then, what they want you to do is keep working on that emotion. Some of you, your thoughts are telling you you're not worthy, or you're not meant to be happy, or you're never going to find that one. Those are all sneaky lying thoughts. They're all lying to you. And them thoughts are lying to you, and it's causing you to be down on yourself, perhaps even feel hopeless that this could ever happen. But when in all actuality, the truth is, if you can't become more rational with your thoughts and face the truth that when the time is right, then your womb with the 9 of Raphael, when the time is right, your child will come along with the 9 of Raphael, 9 months. Your child will be conceived when the time is right. Somebody really is longing for a baby here. And I feel like it is definitely a good idea. It is definitely something that is possible, but it takes two. So when you have that longing to find that perfect partner, guess what you're going to do? Repeat that cycle of finding a karmic partner and having a baby with, and then it's not going to work, right? So if you want that perfect person to come towards you, the one who is the perfect person you can come together with and share the same ideas, the same thoughts, the same the same aspirations. You got to vibrate in that energy, to vibrate them towards you. One of the ways to do that is to remain in the present moment and trust the divine is guiding you both. You still have that higher connection with Archangel Gabriel right here. You still have that connection. The connection still lies within you, within your inner child. You just shut it down because in this past life you were persecuted for having this gift. You definitely had it. You were born with it, is what I feel. And I feel like you were born with it down through your maternal ancestry. Paternal, father ancestry. You gained it from your father's side, is what I feel here. So that is what I see for future energies. So I feel like they're telling me be patient and do the work, such as clearing out this negative emotion of not valuing yourself, not having healthy self-esteem, because like I said, you're going to vibrate that towards you. That's what you're going to bring towards you. But when you vibrate at a higher frequency of being optimistic, a higher vibration of more rational thoughts, and not allowing your thoughts to break your emotions down, then guess what happens? That ship comes in, that perfect person comes in, and guess what? Then your wishes become fulfilled. Alright, so what are you, this viewer, meant to do in this life? What are you, the viewer, meant to do in this life? Let go. Walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. So you need to let go and walk away from something. Heart's desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become reality. Okay. So what I feel is in this lifetime, you will get what your heart desires. But first, you need to walk away from these emotional thoughts that are breaking you down. Because what you want is not in alignment with what your heart desires. So when you let go of what you think you want and you allow your heart to guide you, then you attract what is of the same vibration, something that is positive, something that is meant to happen. But you need to let go of these emotional thoughts that you're having, because you are trying, what you're doing is you're manifesting that karmic person back to you. And that karmic person is not in alignment with what your heart truly wants. And then you'll end up having this child with that karmic person because that is what you truly desire. And then things will happen, and you guys will not make the relationship work. And then guess what happens? It hurts everybody involved in the situation. So you're better off letting go of them thoughts of, I just want this, I just want it right now, because you are manifesting from a space that is not in alignment with what you truly want. And I feel like you need to see that. You need to see that, because this, I feel right here, is the obstacle, is how you value yourself, right? How you value yourself with the Nine of Raphael in reverse, how you value yourself. And the Nine of Cups in reverse talks about that, not valuing ourselves, not respecting ourselves, wanting it because we want it, and that's it. The desire comes from the want, not the heart. So that is what I feel. So the next question is, what final advice does the universe have for the viewer or Libra, whoever is watching? What final advice does the universe have for you, the viewer, about how to take your next step on this journey? Advice for you, the viewer, on how to take your next step on this journey. Final advice. So we have Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. So you have Lord Ganesh, who is coming in and helping to remove any obstacles so that you can let them go, and sending you spiritual connections. But again, it is 100% about remaining in the present moment. So we have Green Tara, supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut and move beyond limitation and trust. Try to get the glare off of that. So it's again about trusting that you're protected, right? Cords are being cut. Things that no longer serve you are being let go of. They're being resolved. And then Hilarion. So you have another ascended master around you. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. So you have an ascended master, Hilarion, Archangel Gabriel, and Adsum. They are around you, helping you to cut cords and let go of obstacles and heal whatever this situation is, this phobia, so that you can let it go and feel worthy of your infinite abundance and trust that you're protected. And this, look at Horus. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Right here. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. And they can also be sneaky and lying. But they're magnetic, and your thoughts magnetically attract people, things, and situations into your life. So what's changing is you are changing your belief system. And you are seeing how powerful them thoughts really are. And remember, that was a black message from this life. Final advice from the universe to the viewer about how to take their next step in this life. So the divine is coming in and cutting cords and removing obstacles within your crown chakra to help you connect to the divine and to show you something, to show you the power of your mind and how you attract things to you. So let's go ahead and pull final advice for the viewer. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So there is certain people that cross your path for a reason. The glare is gone. That's good. There's a certain reason why everybody crosses your path. Peace. I have a being of love, and I release all negative energy, specifically negative thoughts. Relationship. I'm attracted to those people who serve my highest good. So again, it's about the coming together of you and people. Not necessarily romantic, as it is just people in general and the relationships that you have with them. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. You aren't. You're protected by angels. And in surrender, I can release the need to control, which is exactly what you need to do. Release control of how the situation comes about. People come into your life as lessons. Some people come into your life as blessings, right? So I know I was a little late turning on the light because there was a glare. I don't see the glare anymore. So what are some signs that you are showing the viewer about this life? Time is slipping. The hardships, right? Time is slipping. It's time to bloom from all the hardships. It's time to grow. It's time to bloom. It's time to blossom. It's time to start feeling secure. Not looking at the hardships as always. It's always looking at the hardships as, oh, it's always me. Like if I didn't have bad luck. Looking at the hardships and over time how they've made you grow, how they've made you blossom, how they've made your skin get a little thicker. Alright, so we're going to pull 2 more cards here just as a bit of extended advice for the viewer. Ace of Cups and Knight of Swords, right? I feel like what they are doing is they are forcing you to face this truth that you've been running away from. They are forcing you, and they're telling you it's time. It's time to face this truth that you've been running away from. It's time to see that all the hardships that you've been through all of your life was all part of your growth. It all taught you something. What did it teach you? That the reason, instead of looking at your glass is upside down and empty, Look at it as this is an opportunity to refill this cup of love within myself, to feel happy, to grow, to expand. So Spirit is showing you that time is slipping. It is time. It is time to face the truth of the situation, that you have low self-esteem, and when you don't love yourself, what you do is you attract that same vibration back to you. People who don't love and respect themselves. And that's the truth. But when you release control of the nasty thoughts of having low self-esteem and attracting what you want because you want it, not that you need it, but you feel you want it, when you shift that focus, then you shift the attraction that you bring towards you of what you want. When you value yourself and you put that energy out there, you attract people who will value you back. Everything starts with self. Ace of Cups. Everything starts with self. And that's the truth. Alright, so there you go. Thank you for watching, Libra. Those of you who chose door number 1, have a great day. Alrighty, for those of you who chose door number 2, whether you are a Libra or a just an intuitive viewer, let's take a peek inside this door to this life. Let's open this door and go through it and see what this life was about for Libra, or if you were just intuitively guided to watch this video. Okay, so they're telling you that there was some health issues. I feel that was involved with a spouse in that past life is what I feel. So yeah, it was a karmic relationship. Yeah, it was a karmic relationship. And there was some health issues involved with that spouse. And I feel like a lot of you, for some of you, that could have been how you guys met. You both were healthcare providers, and you may have crossed paths and connected instantly through this bond. For others of you, I feel like the two of you crossed paths during some sort of a musical, because you both had a musical interest in the music, whether it was singing, writing music, playing music, you know, having a specific instrument that you played or a specific talent involved with this specific instrument. I feel like that's the reason why you two crossed paths, is because you had this similar bond with this artistic endeavor. But I feel like one of you passed away with some health issues. I feel like the bond was instant. Like you both probably felt like this bond was like out of this world, because you both have similar interests. And you still, even if you cross paths in the current life that you're living, that bond, that interest will still be the same. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull. We're going to open up your Akashic records into this life using the Akashic Tarot for Libra or intuitive viewer. Libra or intuitive viewer who chose door number 2. Okay, so underlining energy. Usually the bottom card is the card that connects the life that's coming through with the past life oracle and the life that you're living now. Usually, and I've noticed this through all of the readings, that this card is the connection. So up in the air. So this is a major arcana. So I feel like when you two definitely crossed paths, you both felt like you were walking on air. Like this was just a once in a lifetime kind of love. It was very intense, very passionate. But I feel like it never really had a chance to take off and move forward into a relationship. Therefore, it still remains to this day up in the air as to whether or not you two will ever cross paths again and possibly get married, because I feel like you two crossed paths, but you really did not have a chance to get married. I feel like there was a health issue involved in the situation. So Four of Forces, Four of Roses. So we have two fours coming through here. Seven of Roses. It's called The Journey, which we'll talk about here in a minute. And One of Scrolls, On Track. Okay. So, what I feel right off the bat, and I'm looking at the number part of this situation, is you come into this past life to master something that was very, very important. And through mastering something in this past life, what it did was now it's connecting you to this life where things are a bit unknown moving forward between you and another person. Because if you look on this card, look, there is two people. They're both looking up at this balloon, right? And I feel like you're both up in the air about the relationship as to perhaps whether or not, again, you should get married. So I do feel there is going to be an opportunity where you two are going to cross paths again. And when you guys cross paths again, there's going to be this energy awakening within both of you when it comes to putting this relationship back on track. Specifically from this past life, because one of you passed away from a health issue before you had a chance to get married. I feel like this has been at least 3 lifetimes ago, 1, 2, 3, that you could be watching this video for. So Forces it talks about the energy within us and around us that we have available, that we have access to. Roses talks about our emotions relating to family ships, friendships, romantic ships, community ships, whatever is involved when it comes to other people and the emotions around it. And it Scrolls talks about our mind, it talks about communication, it talks about our thoughts, okay? So you do have a major arcana coming through here. So we have the Four of Forces. Let's talk about this one first. In spring mode. So I feel like you two cross paths in the springtime. I feel like you guys could have even crossed paths, like maybe at a concert somewhere near a body of water. You could have traveled there by train, each one of you guys, or even met up or crossed paths at this train station. In this past life back here. And like I said, the connection was very, very intense, that made you want to look into a situation as to perhaps like why you crossed paths in this lifetime. The thing about these Akashic record cards is not only the suits that they come in, but if you take a look at these pictures, they show you, like, it's like looking at a film of this life. So right here is like a little cubby hole, where here you are coming out of this cubby hole, this period of incubation, and about ready to take the next step on your journey. So this talks about, where is this cubby hole, or where are you sitting at? The adjacent card next to it is roses. You're sitting in your emotions about the journey, and you have it in reverse, which shows the water, the emotions on top. So that is why you were in this period of incubation, is so that you could review some emotions involved in this journey. So we have the 4 and the 7, which adds up to an 11, which talks about mastering something. Usually ones are about mastering something within ourselves, but mastering something on our journeys. And here you are mastering, I feel, being in this period of incubation in this life was actually put you on track for this current life that you're in, for you to cross paths again. So here you are, rechecking back into the scenario, getting a view of perhaps some of these past lives and the individuals that were involved in this situation. Again, this particular life that's coming through, you two cross paths in the springtime, maybe even went to a concert out underneath the trees in a park somewhere. I feel like there was the smell of fresh flowers like honeysuckle and lilac around you. You may have sat underneath a huge like maple or oak tree. This tree was huge, and the branches come out over you, shielding you guys from the sunlight. That is what I feel, because this is the first card out. This is the very top card. This talks about the season. And you know, the season of when you two come together is, like I said, it was a lot of passion. It was very, very intense. You guys like complimented one another. And just when you guys were about to maybe take the relationship to the next level, somebody passed away with health issues, and you never got to continue the journey in this life. Well, now you're being given an opportunity in your current life to set this straight, to put this relationship back on track. So you two are going to cross paths, but you're both going to be up in the air about the relationship and where it's going, and why you two cross paths, and why you two perhaps feel this familiar energy at not only a heart level, emotional, but a mental level with the 111, and a soul level, like clean to the core, like sacral chakra energy here, like a pull, like an instant desire. And that's how you are connected in this past life to this current life. You guys are meant to cross paths together, but the whole situation is up in the air. There's some details that are yet unknown about the situation. And I feel like if you check deeper into it, you're going to come across these readings that are going to explain things to you. They're going to make you a bit curious to maybe want to dig in just a tad bit deeper. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going. So that's a look into your past life. So the next series of cards is going to be a blunt message from this past life that just came through that is important to you, the viewer, right now. A blunt message from this past life that is important to you, the viewer, to know right now. A blunt message from this past life to the viewer that's important to them to know right now. A blunt message, please. Get some fucking sleep. You're being an ass because you are fucking tired. Face the pillow now. So I feel like that's how you're going to get a glimpse. I feel like they're going to take you, when you go to sleep, they're going to take your soul and astral project you back to that particular time frame, which and then will in tune put you back on track. So I feel like that's what they want to tell you. Get some sleep. Face the pillow right now, because whenever you do, that's when they're going to give you a glimpse of what you need to know. You do you. Stop trying to change people. That shit never works. So you do you, and that is exactly right. You got purple coming through here, which talks about this past life, right? So you do you. You don't need to change anybody. You're the only person that is standing in that mirror, right? And what's being reflected back to you is the you that needs to change. And get over yourself. Pull your shit together. Help people, give back, do good shit for humanity. So you're here to help humanity. And you need to get over yourself and pull your shit together. So the only way you are going to get your shit together is to get some rest. And then get over yourself. You do you. You can't change everybody. You can't change what's meant to happen. You can't change somebody's point of view of how they are viewing you. If they're standing in their ego, that's their monkey. You can't force somebody to see something and feel something that they are not ready to do yet. They are not ready. You can't force them to do it. So get your shit together. Get some sleep. You do you. Take care of the things that you can do to make changes in your life. You can't change other people that are not willing to change. Okay? So therefore, do good shit for humanity by you taking care of you. You can't change other people. You can't force other people to see your same point of view. You can't do that. Stop trying so hard, because the only thing you're doing is tiring yourself out. And you are here to help people, to do good stuff for humanity. Stop trying to help the people that don't want to help. Go help the people that are ready to accept your help. Okay? So let's go ahead and pull another blunt message from this past life self that's important to the viewer in this now moment. A blunt message from this past life self that the viewer needs to know that's important right now. A blunt message from this past life self to the viewer that's important that they need to know right now. Success. Success fills my life in ways beyond my greatest expectations. Success. So I feel like for some of you, this is your higher self, this life coming through here, handing you that star of success. It's telling you when you help people and you do good stuff for humanity without any expectation but just to do so, then guess what? Success happens. That's what you need to focus on. Focus on what you can do for the greatest and highest good of humanity. And you will be surprised beyond anything you could ever imagine how the minute little details that you don't think matter will matter. So offer that helping hand without a string attached. If people don't want that helping hand, then okay, don't try to force it on them. Help the people who will accept the help that you are meant to give them. Some people aren't ready. You can't force them to see things from your point of view. It don't work that way. All right, they'll see it if they're meant to or they want to. So, a past life blunt message to the viewer that they need to know right now that's important to them at this very moment. A blunt message from this past life self that the viewer needs to know in this now moment. A blunt message from this past life self. Confidence. It takes courage to put your butt on the line and go for it. The best way to strengthen your confidence is to put yourself out there. Who cares what other people think? You can't make them, again, see your point of view. You can't make them change. It doesn't work. Everybody starts somewhere, so don't worry about making mistakes. Don't worry. Get some sleep. You can always course correct, but you'll never know or grow unless you try. And the more you do, the more confident and successful you will become. When you shine, we're all inspired to do the same. So it takes courage to put your butt on a line and give back to humanity without expectation, without caring what other people think. You can't change what they think. That does not work unless they're ready to accept the change. So don't worry. Get some sleep. This will help you to shine your beautiful light out into the world. Beyond anything you could ever expect, success will be yours. Success. Okay, so that is a blunt message that is important for you to know right now. So these are future energies. So we're going to use the Enchanted Map Oracle cards to see where you are at on this journey in this particular life. Where are you at on your journey in this life that you're viewing this video in? Where are you at on your journey in your life right now? Currently, where are you at? The viewer or Libra, where are you at? Unexpected visitors and number 41, and commitment number 36, All right, so they're both in protection mode. So I feel a lot of you, where you're at on your journey is, I feel like a lot of you are protecting your heart. So I feel like there could be an unexpected person come into your life, somebody that you never totally would have expected is going to come peeking through that door and saying, hey Libra, how are you doing? How are you feeling? What have you been up to? I feel like this could be a bit shocking. And then all of a sudden, perhaps there could be maybe perhaps these unexpected feelings that pop out of nowhere for you. So let's go ahead and talk about the unexpected visitor in reverse. If you expect the unexpected, you'll be prepared for miracles. And that's what this talks about back here. Success. Unexpected miracles. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So reversed. Unpleasant news is only unpleasant when you resist accepting what is. Sometimes the thing most desired is kept away from you because it's not for the highest good of you or others. Sometimes there is a loss or disappointment due to a destiny whose pattern can't be understood yet, right? There's a lot of details that are up in the air that you don't know about, right? And that's what I said. This is the connecting card between this life and the current life that you're in. Between you and another person. There is a lot of details that are up in the air, a lot of things that you do not know yet. And that's where you're coming into this reading with, that situation where there's a lot of details you don't know yet. There's a lot of things that are unsaid, a lot of things that are still hidden. Change is something that may be forced upon you, like bad weather that threatens a boat. Adapt to the shift in the conditions and think how beautiful the sky will be afterward. Accept what is. A more fulfilling path will soon be revealed. Right here. Will soon be revealed. The details will soon be revealed. Remember that if you expect the unexpected, nothing can come to you as a shock. Yes, expect the unexpected. A true commitment is a responsibility of the heart, mind, body, and soul. This is a good time to make one, but this one isn't. It's in reverse. So they're telling you, Libra viewer, that you're walking into a commitment or a contract that you will regret later. So this is not a good time to sign any agreements or make any choice that would tie you up for a long period. If you are in a relationship, you may not receive the commitment you desire. Don't despair, for something much better awaits you. Exactly. The details are not clear yet. The more fulfilling path will soon be revealed. So whatever is upon you right at the moment when you're watching this video, do not commit to it, because you're going to regret it later. So there is perhaps some sort of a disagreement or rejection that is going to happen, but that's okay, because it's going to lead to revealing the wisdom of it at a later time. Because remember, the details are in this air balloon. The details are still up in the air as it pertains to a commitment or the situation between you and another person. So we have a 41, which adds up to a 5, and a 36, which adds up to a 9. 9 and 5 is 14, which is a 5. So 5s they talk about obstacles, challenges in the way. So I feel like that is an obstacle or a challenge. That's why they're telling you to take a step back. Don't agree to something. Don't sign your name to anything. Because whatever is peeking in, all the details are not clear about the situation. So I feel like if something is also rejecting you at the time you come into this video, trust that it is for your own protection. And they're going to reveal it, the details to the situation at a later time. So you need to trust in that. So something is going to rear its ugly head and it's going to catch your attention. So we are going to use, these are the Archangel Power Tarot cards, and dig in a little bit deeper as it pertains to this journey and what this warning shot is about. I told you that underlying card connects this past life to this current life. For the viewer or Libra, pertaining to this current life. See if we can get some details here. Alright, so 4 of Ariel. So it's about, there is something that somebody is being resistant to change. And that's because, and I feel like it's part of the details is what I feel. I feel like that's part of the details. Somebody is resisting to change. Therefore, you are, you're holding back. I feel like somebody could be holding on too tightly and the other one is resisting taking the relationship to the next step because of maybe somebody isn't good with their finances, or somebody isn't open to giving into this relationship. But somebody is holding on to, I feel, something within themselves. And they're not revealing the details as to why they're rejecting this situation. This person is rejecting this offer, this commitment. It's because they're hanging on to something. 7 of Raphael, 7 of Cups, 8 of Gabrielle, the 8 of Wands, the 8 of Raphael, and the King of Raphael. Alrighty. So we have 1, 2, 3 Raphaels, which is Cups card. So this is definitely about an emotion. Somebody resisting to change right here. Somebody resisting to take a deeper look into the situation and walk away. Somebody is definitely holding back some sort of communication, because here we are at the 7 of Raphael, which is the 7 of Cups. This is about somebody procrastinating. So somebody is procrastinating on bringing this commitment together or down to earth, because I feel like they are looking for the details. They're trying to clear something up within themselves. Close the door to it and walk away from it on an emotional level. And it could have something to do with Libra maybe holding back communication. Maybe that's what you need to do. Stop hanging on and resisting this emotional change that lies before you. It's about being clear with communication, being clear with how you feel, being clear with how you express yourself. Um, yeah, this is definitely about communicating how you feel. So with the King of Raphael coming through here, telling you, yes, it is safe. It is safe for you to follow your heart. Um, Somebody is very intuitive, even psychic, with the King of Raphael coming through here. That's the King of Cups. Somebody is very intuitive, very psychic. And I feel like they're telling you to pay attention to something, pay attention to a vision, or pay attention to your intuition about something, because it's going to be time for you to make your move and have a very important conversation. But for you to do that, you need to take a deep look within yourself and see what you are hanging on to that is causing you to resist this change that you need to make. You have 2 8s here. So 8, 8, it's about the connection that you have with yourself, as well as the connection that you have with your higher self, with this past life. There is, I feel like they're telling you, what are you waiting for, right? The details are still up in the air, because why? Because you need to check into your heart space and follow your heart. Again, be clear about how you feel. Open yourself up to this communication. Be clear. Clear up whatever this miscommunication could have been as well. I see this hand reaching out. So I do feel there is going, either you want to reach out, or somebody is coming in unexpectedly and reaching out. Then I feel like you have an option that you need to choose from. You need to make a choice. There's options being presented in front of you. And there is an extreme resistance in needing to walk away from whatever this situation is, again, that you're hanging on to, that is causing you to make this choice. So let's go ahead and see what is your purpose in this life. Why are you here? They want me to go back over these 2 cards for some reason. So I feel like for some of you, you may have this emotion of feeling that you're going to get rejected. Somebody's going to reject your offer, is what I feel. And I feel like it's all in your head. And this change is being forced upon you, perhaps by another person. This change is being forced upon you to so that you can release the resistance that is caught, that you're hanging on to. There is a major resistance here. Major resistance. And it's a pattern. And it's a pattern that is being rebuilt to you. And they're telling you it is safe for you to trust your intuition. It is safe for you to trust your hearts. And you have the ability to accomplish this. You do. You have the ability to let go and move forward on your journey. You have the ability to seek out things that are of the same vibration as you. You have the capability to put down this mental and emotional resistance that's holding you back. Because why? Because maybe everything isn't quite clear yet. And that's making you a little reluctant because you fear that you're going to be rejected. So there could be one that is not for your greatest and highest good. There may be an option presented in front of you where somebody who is peeking their head in may not be for your greatest and highest good. Then there could be another one who perhaps is for your greatest and highest good, but you're a little reluctant because it's something different, something that is unexpected, something that maybe you never thought you would actually feel. And boop, there it is. And you're like, wow. Alright, so that is what I feel. So I feel like that's why they wanted me to go back over these two cards. There was something that you needed to know that was very important. So what is your purpose in this life for Libra who chose door number 2? What is your purpose? Okay, teacher, you inspire young people to learn, so you're meant to be a teacher. Freedom, you're free to do what you choose, so you have the freedom to do whatever. Healer, you have spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. So I feel like Libra, for some of you, you could be becoming an energy healer, teacher, master teacher of and teach other people healing abilities. You could be becoming a master teacher, a Reiki healer, and you are going to have the freedom to choose whatever path that you want to choose. There's a lot of water coming through, a lot of emotions, but I feel like your joy, your success, your happiness lies within walking away from this emotion that's holding you back, and feel a sense of joy, a sense of happiness, with having the capability to teach other people how to find their own personal freedom as well. So that is what I see for you, Libra. So this is some final advice from the universe. Final advice for Libra from the universe about how to take their next step in this life. Final advice from the universe to Libra or the reader about how to take this next step in this life. Final advice. Freya. There is a beginning with every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. And that is exactly right. And it's an emotional illusion. So there is a beginning with every ending. So you're going through a bit of a transformation. You're connected to the moon, Libra. You also could have a connection with crows. Freya represents the planet Venus, which is Friday. That's where Friday comes from Freya. So you could have a special connection with the day Friday. Makes sense with all the water energy with Freya coming through. Also, Freya is connected to the planet Venus. So I feel like you are putting an ending to this resistance that you're hanging on to on an emotional level, and you are going to be ready to have the freedom to move forward and teach other people as a source of inspiration about how you found your gifts and how passionate. Lots of water coming through here. Water, lots of water. And how the moon affects you, like the phases of the moon affect you, and how to capitalize upon them energies. For healing abilities, for magical abilities, for your psychic abilities. I feel, look, we got healer, health, healing abilities specifically. You are a very artistic healer. You could heal through the power of music as well. You could be a master teacher healer with Reiki because of the fact of losing a spouse to health issues in this life. So let's keep moving. Some final advice to the viewer about how they can take their next step in this life. Final advice to the viewer about how they can take their next step in this life for Libra or the viewer. Final advice to them on how to take the next step in this life. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So about trusting your intuition, trusting that still small voice within you, and love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things, and that makes perfect sense with Venus coming through and all the water coming through. Love. It's about learning to trust your still small voice by standing in the power of love, allowing this emotional illusion that has got you stuck in this cycle to end. And allow the details of your next step to be revealed. But seeing the details through the power of love, through the psychic vision of love, and feeling secure enough to trust. Okay, to open yourself up to receiving this revelation. So let's go ahead and see what signs that Freya is showing you, Libra. What signs is Freya showing you? What signs is Freya showing you? Oh, with that detached, gray, depressed, detached, unemotional. So again, the emotions involved in it, in the phases of your mood swings. You know, when you feel depressed, or then when you just feel like you got to detach from everything. So we have dreamy and hospitality. So dreamy goes back to the Seven of Cups that comes through right here. Right there, Seven of Cups, the dreamy energy. Just dreaming of what options do I have? How can I be hospitable, right? What options do I have? I feel so detached from the situation. I'm not sure that I can break bread and have a new opportunity. What if they reject me, right? What if they reject me? So let's go ahead and pull 2 more cards to complete this reading for you, Libra. Two more cards to complete this reading for Libra as it pertains to advice from the universe about how Libra can take their next steps in this life. Final advice. So the Page of Pentacles, which talks about learn. Look, she's got that instrument in her hand. Look at that. She's got that instrument right here in her hand. So learn the arts. Learn the arts of being patient. Learning the arts of learning, right? Learning the arts of putting down the resistance and allowing your heart to flow with the words that you want to communicate. I'll pull another card here. Yep, there comes the moon, right? Freya, the moon. So the moon in reverse talks about our daydreams. It talks about our dreams. I feel like this in reverse, it also talks about the secrets that we hold within us. So I feel like somebody secretly does want to commit, but I feel like their resistance and their reluctance to perhaps learn from this particular situation, and what they need to learn is the lesson that's causing the resistance, the emotional lesson. And what are they doing? Refusing to walk away from it. So here the moon is reflecting that back to them. The secrets that we keep, right? And I feel like this is about a hidden talent that is within you, Libra, when it comes to music. Maybe this is a way you can express yourself, is through music. Here you have a crystal here. To me, it kind of looks like a garnet, but doesn't have to be. It can be a ruby. But I feel like, Libra, this is you using this crystal as a sense of empowerment to tap into this secret gift and a talent, and to start practicing this gift and this talent, because guess what? Practice makes perfect. I feel like they also show you in your dreams that you have this gift and this talent, but I feel a lot of you speak your emotions through music. Because you're stuck in this illusion right here with the moon in reverse. You're stuck in this emotional illusion, and it's like the secrets that you keep, right? You hold deep the secrets that you keep. Them secrets is what's causing the illusion. Alright, so pay attention to your dreams. It's very, very important. I feel like your dreams are going to show you different ways to heal. Different options, perhaps, that you have in front of you that you can walk towards. I feel like it's mirroring back to you this challenge that you're having on an emotional level that's causing the resistance. So there you go. Thank you for watching. If you come up with anything else that maybe I didn't mention, well, you know it'll be for you. But thank you for watching anyways, Libras, or intuitively guided souls. Spit that out 3 times. It's been a journey. Have a good day.